thing here. Tempest has his blink and his he actually went puzzle box, which I'll talk about in a little bit as soon as this team fight goes somewhere. Oh, Magnus going in from behind. Nice blink. Getting his ulti off. Pag is going to follow up with everything from him. Soul Stealer trying to counter with his ultimate. Plague Rider ultimate bouncing around, trying to do damage. Tempest getting his ulti off to a full extent on 2 heroes. But D2P really winning this fight right now. Pyromancer also going to go down. Genocide. And they're getting the... I would say they can clean up Kongor, but Pesty is kind of low. Pebbles might be able to tank for him, though. Anyway, huge fight. It was an interesting play by T7H, trying to... when you go into team battles, typically you don't want to be that separated. But Magnus actually ran all the way around, threw off his ulti, and it was well-placed ulti. Unfortunately, there just weren't as many heroes as they thought there were there. You know, he started that epicenter, and D2P kind of split up a little bit too much, and he only really hit 2 heroes for good damage. Tempest only got 2 heroes in his ulti, and overall, Soul Stealer did a lot of damage with his ulti, as well as Plague Rider, getting those huge bounces off by Plague Carrier. Plague Carrier is such a hard ultimate to hit. A good team is going to be able to separate relatively easily, but in those some sort of team battles, you can't separate. You can't try to disengage from the team battle because you're not only taking huge amount of damage from what a hero is attacking you, but you're not dealing any damage, and in the end, you're probably not gonna stop that Plague Carrier from raping your face off. So Plague Carrier, Plague Rider. A lot of people don't think Plague Rider is a good hero. I would have to agree with it. I don't believe he's a first pick material. I don't really believe he's banning material. But he's a great counter to Tempest. Of course, Tempest's ability to capture a lot of people in his ultimate, and the rest of the team just descends on them, takes them out so incredibly quickly while they're disabled. Well, if they're all grouped up like that, Plague Rider throwing his stun can cancel Tempest ulti, and then it can bounce around so quickly on all those heroes that descended on that void that it really counters it incredibly well. And of course, Plague Carrier just depends so heavily on heroes being grouped tightly together, not just being in range, because then it's going to bounce really, really slowly. It's going to take time to hit the next hero, and T7H would be able to split really well. They have a lot of time to split, but if it's really grouped, knit really nicely, tight, then that ultimate's going to bounce really, really quickly, and they're not going to have the time to disengage from that. Anyway, nice wording by T7H. They're really taking map control very seriously. D2P, the game's going surprisingly well for them in these ganks and such, even though they don't have any wards up, hardly ever. It's really surprising. Of course, the Slither wards are awesome and all. They make for great little scouts that just sit there and give you a lot of map control for 30 seconds at a time. But it's not exactly something you want to rely on. Another huge team fight going to go in. Corrupt Disciple running in. He's going to try and bait a kill. They're going to take down his token really, really quickly, and he's going to come back into the fight. Soul Stealer possibly going to get a huge ulti off here. No, nice Tempest ulti. Huge. Getting 4 heroes in, and they're going to just so much AoE damage to D2P. They're going to get burnt down just so fast. Soul Stealer going to be the last one alive, probably. Oh, excuse me. Pestilence actually cleaning up so many kills here. Corrupted Disciple went down just before they took out 3 heroes. So those heroes going to try and escape, but not enough. Soul Stealer actually, that was a huge ultimate, a huge elemental void, but Surprisingly enough, they didn't burn down Soul Stealer fast enough. And Pestilence was able to come in from behind and just start raping face off. Of course, part of that was Soul Stealer did have 6 seconds of Shrunken Head up. That was pretty much, unfortunately, it was poorly timed for T7H in that. Nice little invis. Magnus trying to bait Soul Stealer. He can't really kill him, but he possibly thinking that maybe Hag's going to be able to get some sort of gank off. Aww. But Hag not being there. Anyway, Shrunken Head in the middle of that Elemental Void. Sure, Elemental Void doesn't do a lot of damage, but the important part is it disables you, and then the rest of your team can follow up with so much AoE stun, nuke damage, that you're just gonna get burnt down so fast. Well, they threw all that, and